Well, I got prompted this morning to do yet another video on this subject, and I've repeated it several times, but I see more and more people still get suckered into this misconception. No program out there, including ours, no program out there will give you the right, can give you the right to retail cars in your state, if unless you live or you use a dealer in that state. We're in Tennessee. Yes, all of our people here in Tennessee that sign up with us are legally able to sell retail cars. Now, if you are calling from Florida, if you are calling from Alabama, and we have dealers in Alabama, so that's an exception to the rule, but Georgia, Florida, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and you're contacting us about retailing cars in your area, and you're inquiring about getting a Tennessee or an Alabama dealer plate, no, you cannot do that. Okay, if you're going to retail cars in Pennsylvania, you're going to have to be associated, either have your Pennsylvania license or be associated with a Pennsylvania dealer to be legally be able to sell cars in Pennsylvania, retail cars. Now, with a wholesale license, you can wholesale cars anywhere you want to, all 50 states. And there are ways around selling cars in your state. But if you're with a program, and believe me, I know what I'm talking about because I have a agent with us here in Tennessee that was a former wholesaler with another program where he got an Arkansas dealer's license and was able to access the inventory, and he got busted for retailing cars in Tennessee using an Arkansas dealer's license. So it was his goal to find someone in Tennessee, which he did, that led to us, that where he was able to retail cars in Tennessee. So I get these calls on a regular basis, and people that fill out the form on a regular basis. Do I get a dealer plate with your program? No. And I really get frustrated with having to say this. I'm not sending out a Tennessee dealer plate, an Alabama dealer plate, an Arkansas dealer plate to anybody that lives in a foreign state. Okay? That is a flag, genius. If you think that you are legal and you're roaming around in New York with an Alabama dealer plate, you are the state inspector is, I don't know how stupid that can be, okay? That is the dumbest damn flag that I can imagine. The first thing that state inspector is going to do, if you've got a foreign state dealer plate, is pull you over, because with this day and time and all the programs that are out there nowadays, like ours, you're easy prey. You're going to get busted. You're going to get fined. They can't find the dealer. They can't find me. But they still fine you for retailing cars out of your state. Now, I've explained this over and over and over again, but some people, I mean, it's just never without fail that it's 10 to 12 forms coming in a week, or 10 to 12 comments or phone calls or something that comes in a week. Is your program legal in my state? Yes, my program is legal in any state. Now, the way you want to use my program is probably not legal to you because you're not doing your full research. The bottom line is nobody's, not mine or any program out there, is good in a foreign state for retailing cars. Now, can you do it? There are ways that you can do it, but you have to understand every car is wholesale. When you're in Alabama and you're selling a car in Florida, that is a wholesale transaction because the people of Alabama are not buying that car. It's not retail. So therefore, can you put your car on eBay? Can you put it on Craigslist? Can you sell it that way? Yes, you can. It's still associated, it's still recognized by your state as a wholesale transaction because retail tax was not collected by your state. So are the programs great? Yes, they are, but they're limited to access to the auto auctions. They're limited to wholesaling cars. Now, how you wholesale that car is of no concern to the state. If you wholesale it on Craigslist, if you wholesale it on eBay, that state doesn't care, but it's a wholesale transaction if you are not collecting sales tax. Since most of you are not licensed agents in your state, you cannot collect sales tax. So your state recognizes that as a wholesale transaction. So please, if you're out looking at programs like this and you're being told that you can drive around on a foreign state dealer's license and retail that car in that state, you're being misled. You're paying processing fees that they're not going to do you any good because that state inspector is coming after you. That dealer has got their self covered. Believe me, I'm going to have myself covered. As you're being an agent out there, if you're advertising the car, you're selling the car in your state, I don't care what it is. If it's a foreign state dealer plate, a foreign state a license that you're using, you're illegal. Face it, illegal. No such program exists that will license you to retail cars in a foreign state. Now, are the programs still great? Yes. If you are in a program that gives you auction access, like ours, they're absolutely fantastic. But rest assured, if you're paying processing fees, if you're mailing off your paperwork to a dealer, and that dealer is sending you back your paperwork and charging you a processing fee, you are still creating a criminal act in your state. And all you're doing is paying them additional money. They're not licensed to retail. I don't care what they tell you. They're by sending you the paperwork and then sending it back. They're charging you fees to do that. They're still showing it at their dealership as a wholesale transaction. And when it comes down to the state man coming down on you, hey, you're in that boat alone. They cannot back you up. They cannot represent you in any way. So for once and again, and for all, no dealer can give you access and the right in a foreign state to retail cars. If you find this information useful, please like and share it.